This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Game of the Week in the 1979-82 Fall League. We got old rivalry, oh boy, folks. We got Yankees-Red Sox from 79-82. Nasty time for the team then. Nasty time, I guess, now. Always a nasty time for these two teams. Yankees-Red Sox. Red Sox have been having a disappointing season. Yankees are trying to chase the Orioles in the East. Is how this series starts, but let's take a look at what happened as a series actually opened up in Yankee Stadium for Game 1. Dennis Eckersley versus Ron Guidry. My goodness, the Yankees load this lineup with left-handed bats and switch hitters against Eckersley, who's better against righties than lefties. But Eck hangs in there. Frustrating the Yankees, they get a unearned run in the 5th on an error and a pass ball. That's the Yankees scoring. Meanwhile, in the top of the 5th inning, Ron Guidry runs into trouble when former Yankee Fred Stanley leads off the 5th with a double. Duffy Dyer, former Mets, singles. Tom Brookins, former Tiger, singles. And then Wade Boggs and Jim Rice reach. 5 straight guys reach. 3-run score. They get a run on a pass ball by the catcher as well. It's a 4-1 finish. Nice relief work by Larry Bradford and Stan Bonson in the Red Sox bullpen. Red Sox go into Yankee Stadium, win Game 1, play spoiler, as the Yankees' chances of catching the Orioles get a little cloudy there. So what happens in Game 2? Surely the Yankees can even this thing up at home in Yankee Stadium, right? Well, it's Bob Ojeda for the Red Sox, and it's Tommy John for the Yankees. And early, it is all Yankees here. We get a Bill North single stolen base, RBI ground out with a error by a catcher in there. Oh, a throwing error on the stolen base attempt. 1-0 Yankees. And then in the 2nd inning, it all comes unglued for Ojeda. Single, 2-run homer by Jim Spencer, a couple more singles, a 2-run double by Dave Rader, and Reggie with a 3-run homer. 8-0. At this point, Ojeda's just trying to save his bullpen by participating for a couple more innings. 3 straight singles in the 3rd. Ojeda exits after 4th inning at point of weakness, giving up 10 hits and 9 runs. The Red Sox, though, down 8-0. They bat around, aided by a 2-out ground ball to Bucky Dent, who's a 2-16 at shortstop. He turns that into a single, and then you get another walk, another single, and the Red Sox get 3 runs. It's a 9-3 game in the 4th. When you get a single, a walk, and with 2 outs, it's a Dwight Evans triple. It's a 9-5 game, as Tommy John is not presented. He's given his gift win, and he's kicking this thing around. 9-5 in the 5th. A double by Stapleton, a walk to Fred Stanley, and a 2-run double by Tom Brookins. 9-7. And then the ultimate insult. In the 7th inning, Tommy John still out there because he's got a 3-run lead. Well, he had an 8-run lead, a 5-run lead, 6-run lead, 4-run lead, 2-run lead. Anyway, in the 7th inning, a single to Stapleton, a single to Freddie Lynn, and then Duffy Dyer hits a 3-run homer off his own card. And the Yankee fans are going apoplectic here, throwing stuff on the field. It is 10-9 Red Sox, and once again, great relief work. After Ojeda exits in the 4th, Bill Campbell had a couple shutout innings. Bob Stanley and Larry Bradford combined for a couple shutout innings. And Stan Bonson, at a very ripe old age here, he's very old now, and he's converted into a closer. He does the deed again. The Red Sox come back from 8-0, beat the Yankees 10-9 in their park, to the utter dismay and disappointment and embarrassment of Yankee fans here and wide. So let's go take a look at the overall standings now in the American League East. Here we are, folks. Boston, like I said, they've struggled all year. It's just not been Boston's year for whatever reason. It's bad luck. But they doing what they want to do, just beat the Yankees, and they are doing it. So they've actually crawled over the Blue Jays 5 games back, because we haven't sorted this yet. Trying to get back to 500 and a slim chance of a wild card berth. And meanwhile, the Yankees are now officially 3 games behind the Orioles. If you go more than 3 back with 1 series left, Orioles are going to clinch this East. So the Yankees, man, you got to start winning some baseball games. We're just going to gift wrap this to the Orioles. And the Orioles are loving it. They're loving what the Red Sox are doing. Not to mention that this is the 79-82 Yankees. Now, the World Series years are done. But the nucleus is still there. The 81 Yankee team and the 80 Yankee team both went to playoffs or World Series. 103 win Yankee team and 80. World Series team in 81. Because pretty soon this Yankee ship's going to look pretty awful in the early 80s. So this is pretty much it for this Yankees to sniff a chance at a World Series, and they are kicking it to the curb, folks. We got a Game 3 of a best-of-5. Red Sox looking for a sweep. Or worst case, win the series 3-1 in Game 4 at Fenway. The pitching matchups today. For the Yankees, they have Luis Leal. Another thievery, another theft that the Yankees are known for, stolen away from the Blue Jays. Basically because the Blue Jays had too many right-handed pitchers. They had Dave Steve, Jim Clancy, Doyle Alexander. So Leal got away with his 82 season, 12 wins, and 250 innings. And the Red Sox will counter with Steve Ranko. Former Expo, Steve Ranko in 79 was 11-9 with a 4.11 ERA and 171 respectable innings, I suppose, in Fenway Park. Not bad. We need to pitch to an ERA of 4 in Fenway. That can't be too bad, I guess. Could be a crooked number inning kind of game here between Luis Leal and Steve Ranko from Fenway Park. Red Sox fans are going bonkers here. They want to sweep and stick the dagger into the Yankees' hearts. So, yeah, there's that backdrop. Leading off for the Yankees, it'll be Bill North, the speedy offseason acquisition, bounces to second base. Jay Johnstone, 312, lines are short. The Yankees just sign free agents, sign free agents, sign free agents. Eventually, they'll get the Butch Winnegers and the Roy Smalleys and I think the Mike Krukows or the Ed Whitsons of the world. I can't remember all the guys they brought in there in their lean years of the early 80s. But anyway, 2 outs. Dave Rader, 2-7, grounds the second. Bottom of the first, it's Dwight Evans leading off for the Red Sox. 4-10, catcher's X. This is Rader. Munson has been relegated to a bench role here for the Yankees in his farewell season, we call it. Wade Boggs, 67, short X. Bucky Dent's a 2E16 at short. He makes the play. What we do is we call this the farewell season. That Thurman Munson has announced his retirement in spring training, and he's getting a good farewell from all the players, and we don't, consider it anything beyond that. Jim Rice, 45, bounces to short. Shortstop is Dent, again, 2E16, the inning's over. Top of 2, it's Reggie, 410 off Ranko, short X. Their shortstop, Oster, 326 at short. That's a base hit for Reg E. Larry Milbourne, 34, fielder's choice. Jim Spencer, 68, triple on a 6 double. 2 base hit. Milbourne, 16 runner. Try score from first on Fred Lynn. 114. He does. 1-0 Yankees. Greg Nettles, 56, flies to right. And with 2 outs, Willie Wilson, 69, homer 1 at 18 if you have power, doesn't have it. It's an RBI single though, and Wilson will try a stolen base, and he's in there, and he gets a Fisk T rating. It's all happening Yankees here. We got a guy at third now suddenly with 2 outs for Bucky Dent. 49's a walk, and now you're back up top to Bill North. 312, bounces to short. You see, the Yankees have fundamentally kept the Reggie Jacksons, the Jim Spencers, the Greg Nettles, the Bucky Dents of the world here, while importing a bunch of free agents to improve upon the lot they actually had. It's not working. Just has not worked out. Adding these. And by the way, Johnstone hits 307, Rader hits 328, Willie Wilson hits 326. Not for a lack of trying for the Yankees. It just hasn't worked out. 2-0 today, though. Bottom of the second, and here is Fred Lynn. 5'11", first. Dave Stapleton, in his best year, 1980, strikes out. And with 2 outs, Dave Revering, former Oakland player, base hit. Carlton Fisk, 57's a base hit to center field. Revering holds at second. And with 2 outs, it'll be Yaz. Carl Yastrzemski, 2 on and 2 outs for Yastrzemski. 43, bounces to first X, but you got Jim Spencer there. Great glove. 1E12 at first. And the inning's over. We go to the third. It'll be Jay Johnstone. 2-8, bounces out. Dave Rader, 58. Sky's out. And with 2 outs, it's Reggie Jackson. Reggie, 49, is a base hit. And Larry Milbourne, 38. Sky's to right field. Bottom of the third. Oster, 49. 1-1, base hit. Back up top to Dewey Evans. 58, finds the first. Wade Boggs, 65 as a walk. 2 on, 1 out for Jim Rice. 1-9, flies to left. And with 2 outs, it's Fred Lynn. 56, center field. Nice job for Luis Leal in Fenway here. 2-0 as we go to the fourth. Jim Spencer, 68, another same as before. 1-1-6 double. This time the ball kicks into the catwalk or whatever that is in the roll top door thing, doohickey in Fenway, and that turns into a triple. All right, Greg Nettles, 310, right B question mark. Oh, you're not going to run against Dwight Evans with nobody out. Ootsning on that idea. They got to bring it up for Willie Wilson though, A bunter. 38, and Wilson delivers a single. He'll attempt the stolen base. 14, I think he's out. 17, 16, 15, 14, minus 1 Fisk. 13, out stealing. Carlton Fisk guns Wilson down at second base. And Bucky down. 64, pops to first. 3-0 Yanks. Bottom of the fourth, it's Dave Stapleton. 1-9, bounce to third. Dave Revering, 37, skies are right, and with 2 outs, Fisk, 3-11, center B plus injury. Carlton Fisk is injured. Fenway fans are holding their breath there. And Duffy Dyer, the backup catcher, will take over in a 3-0 game as we go to the top of the fifth. Bill North leads off. 67 is a K. Jay Johnstone, 2-8. He grounds the first. And with 2 outs, it's Dave Rader, 5-10. Center X, but Fred Lynn is a 1 in center field. Makes the grab. That's best inning for Ranko yet. Bottom of the fifth. 3-0 Yankee lead in Fenway. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of the fifth, it'll be Yastrzemski. 38, short. Oster, 2-11, bounce to third. And Dwight Evans. 65, second X. We got Milbourne's a 3E32 at second base, and he kicks that ball. Bad time to do that. And then I got Wade Boggs, his rookie year. Wade, 58, pops to shortstop. Wow. Luis Leal has done what Tommy John and Ron Guidry could not, and that is slow down this Boston offense. An offense, by the way, that has been surprisingly weaker against lefties than righties, so the Yankees are pretty much a heavy favorite going into this series, but it's turned out disastrous thus far. But here in the sixth, they want to add to their lead and get a much-needed victory and stop the bleeding if they can. Reggie will lead off. 2-7, let's take a look now at Reggie Jackson's 1980 card. Hits 300. I think it's the only time in his career he hit 300 with 41 bombs. Regulated to the designated hitter. In this instance, he's probably not happy being that, but it's better for the team if he doesn't go out into right field and do things there. 41 bombs, 383 walks, 22 doubles. Reggie Jackson, 2-7 is 1-1-3 single. That'll be a base hit. Now you got Larry Milbourne. Actually was a Yankee. 1-8 is a base hit to right field. Reggie will hold there because of Dwight Evans, of course. And now you got trouble in the form of Jim Spencer. Not to mention, Ranko's a starter 6. A base runner hits the point of weakness. Pitch to Jim Spencer. 49, there it is. Base hit to left field, and Reggie conservatively pulls up at third with bases loaded, nobody out in the 3-run lead. No need to recklessly get thrown out the plate here. And there's the long walk from the skipper, and that'll do it for Mr. Ranko as he hits the point of weakness in the 6th inning with nobody out and down 3 runs. And the Red Sox are still hoping they can come back in this thing and get themselves a victory. Last game, they turned to Bill Campbell in relief of Vojita, and he did quite a nice job and got himself a victory in the process. And they're going to try the same thing. They're going to go Bill Campbell here. In the 6th inning, former Twin, Bill Campbell, nice year for him with the Sox in 81, 3.19 ERA, 48 innings in the year of the strike. He'll come on the 6th, bases loaded. They're going to play it back. They want to get I'd love to get a Greg Nettles double play here. Get out of this inning with minimal amount of damage and keep it within a grand slam. So bases loaded, playing back, the pitch to Greg Nettles. 310 is right B question mark, and here you go. You might have to run here. Reggie, 14, 15, 16. Actually, no, not against the -5 arm. With nobody out. With 1 out, I'd do it, but not with nobody out. So we're going to concede the greatness of Dwight Evans and not challenge him there. So now it's 1 out and the bases are loaded. They're going to bring it up now for 8-bunting Willie Wilson. 37 is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it's Bucky Dent. Bases loaded, 2 outs at Fenway. Bucky Dent. 57 is a bases loaded walk off the Bill Campbell card. And it's 4-zip. Oh boy. That gets us back up top to Bill North. 68, and that is single 1 of 13 off the Campbell card. He gets the single, all with 2 outs there. Tough break. It's now 5-zip, and Jay Johnstone. 4-4, third X, and this is Boggs, not known for the glove. Wade is a 4.21 at third base, but he makes the play, and you can compute this by looking at the E rating of 32 and compute that Wade is better than that, and you get a parentheses here, by the way, and result indicates the fielding, the E rating was rolled, and you see a parentheses, not the fielding rating, so it reflects 32ness. It's one of the home field advantages. I don't have to plug his rating in if we know that he would have made the play as well. So that's a ground out, minimal damage, 2 runs, 5-0 game, bottom of the 6th, and it's also Luis Leal's breaking inning, and the Red Sox need to wake up now and start doing some damage. And they got the guys to do it. Rice, Lynn, and then Stapleton. Jim Rice. 47. Single 1 of 6. Can't get it. Freddie Lynn. 3-6. Let's take a look at Fred Lynn's magnificent 1979. Should have been the American League most valuable player. 39 bombs, 42 doubles, 82 walks, even missed time with an injury and still put those numbers up. The gaudy 333 batting average, 1 -2 E6, and he also destroys righties more than lefties, making it even more dazzling of a card. The best card in the set, arguably the best card in the carryover league, at least against righties. From 79-82. Could that be the clank? Yeah, I think it might be. At least against right-handed pitching. I think Fred Lynn would probably be the #1 hitter from 79-82 against right-handed pitching. But use the comment section if you think there's somebody better than Freddie. Solo shot, 5-1. Now we got Stapleton. 1-8, grounds are short. And with 2 outs, it's Dave Revering. 48, flies to right field. 5-1 game, top of the 7th, and Campbell continues to face Dave Rader. 68, single 1 of 13, and he gets it. And I think we might get, yeah, we're going to get Thurman in there to pinch run and take over catching duties with a big lead here. So Munson's on the bases. Good base runner for Thurman. Reggie Jackson. 1-9, center. Larry Milbourne. 1-8 is a single to right. All these hits keep going to Dwight Evans, so you're not going to take an extra base off of him. So Munson will stay at second. And now you got Jim Spencer. And Campbell is near his point of weakness. 58 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Greg Nettles. 67, double 1 of 2, fly ball the rest. It's a fly ball the rest. So Bill Campbell flirts with disaster, but does not give up any more runs in the 7th inning. 2 decent innings, inherited runners scoring in a 5-1 affair. Stretch time here almost screwed that up. Stretch time here in Fenway Park in Boston, and we have been enjoying the Cars Candy-O LP of, I think, 78, 79. Can't remember what year they came out. Let's go. Candy-O. I got a lot on my head. Dangerous type. Great record by the Cars. There you go. Boston's very own. Bottom of the 7th. Luis Leal. With a 4-run lead, you really want to be careful here. The good news is for Leal, Fisk is out of the game, so Duffy Dyer is the first batter. If he reaches, I think they might hook him because Dyer's pretty awful against righties. Here's the pitch to Duffy Dyer. And you just walked Duffy Dyer. You just walked the 185 hitting backup catcher who hit a 3-run homer in Game 2. And that's it. Enough of this silliness. Leal gave you 6 nice innings. We're not going to screw around with this. You got to get a win if you're the Yankees. And they have the guys in the back end to get the win. That would be Dave Righetti and Rich Gossage. We're going to start with Righetti here. Let's take a look at Dave Righetti's 1981 rookie year, I believe. 8-4 with a 2.06 ERA. I would present that he has a better strat card than Fernando Valenzuela. Both played in the World Series against each other, I believe. Of course, this is only 105 innings. Righetti just gave up 1 home run. We're putting him in the bullpen because we already have Guidry and John in the rotation, and Righetti would eventually go to the bullpen in the next year or two. So they're going to put him there now in the 7th. He's got a runner at first, and he's going to have Carl Yastrzemski in the box. Here is the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. 6-10 off of Righetti. Second X. You have the defense of Milbourne. Second, here's a 3.27. Pardon me. I thought it was 3.32. 3.27. You got to plug. Yeah. You got to plug the proper defense in this time. It's a single dot. They get a huge break. A single off of Larry Milbourne's defense, and the Red Sox have it going here. On the corners, nobody out. Down 4. Your number 9 hitter, Ron Oster. They're going to play back, hope for double play. They don't need to bring it up with a big lead. Here's the pitch to Ron Oster. 64 off Righetti is a double to center field over Wilson's head. Yaz will hold at third. And that's what the Red Sox wanted. They want the tie run to come to the plate when Rice and Lynn are due up soon. Not to mention Dewey Evans. And Righetti steps in this thing, in this mess. It's now 5-2. Second and third. You can still play it back here. You've got a 3-run lead now. And it'll be Dwight Evans. 55 is short X. This will score a run. Moreover, Dent booted a couple ground balls in the last game, even though he's fantastic defensively. He's a 2-16 shortstop. And he gets the ground ball. And that will score the runner from third. The runner at second stays there in a 5-3 game. So Oster hit the double off of Yastrzemski's cards at second with 1 out. And you got Wade Boggs. The pitch to the waiter. 63. First X. But Spencer's a 1-12 at first. We'll get the runner to the third base with 2 outs. They want to get this guy in there and make it a 1-run game. And it's Jim Rice. Let's take a look at the Jim Rice card. Oh my goodness, folks. You're keeping Righetti in here, by the way, because you got Fred Lynn and Revering coming up soon. And that's, at a certain point, the Red Sox have to go to their bench for some of those guys, for Revering at least. So Jim Rice, my goodness, his 79 season, 39 bombs, a 325 batting average. You could argue that he might be the best player in this timeline against left-handed pitching, countering Freddie Lynn against right-handed pitching. They combined for 78 home runs in 1979 and came away with nothing because Baltimore won the East that year. I guess they had a bunch of bad pitching. But anyway, Jim Rice steps in the box with a runner at third and 2 outs in a 5-3 affair. Here's the pitch to Jim Rice. 3-6, it's ball 4. And this is the battle the Yankees wanted. They wanted Rigetti Lynn. You saw Freddie's card last inning. But he's much weaker against left-handed pitching, and Rigetti should have his number, you would think, here. Runners on the corners. Tyron at first with 2 outs. The pitch to Fred Lynn. 110 is a bouncer to short. So Rigetti manages to survive the inning as we go to the 8th inning. New pitcher. They're going to go Bob Stanley here, as Bradford the Bondsman had a lot of work in this series. Stanley's the long man at this point. He was a starter. He was a reliever. He sometimes closed games. Bob Stanley, 12-7 with a 3.10 ERA in 1982, 168 innings. You know, arguably, this is one of the best years for Bob Stanley. That's why we got this card in the league. A relief 4, very versatile. You could use him in short relief if you needed to, as long relief. Top of the 8th, 5-3 game. It'll be Willie Wilson. 4-4, third X. It's Boggs, 4-21 at third. And that's a single. Oh, can't get a break this time like he did last time. I think Dent is going to do a hit and run this time. Bucky is over 1 with a couple walks. He's going to do a hit and run with a Speedy Wilson at first. Rolls a 6. That'll move the runner up. Wilson at second with 1 out. Try the steal third with a +2 arm catcher against AA. I love to do this if I have that bad arm catcher with 1 out and a guy at second. Wilson's taking off for third base, folks. And he is out on a 20. Well, that didn't work. It wouldn't have worked for anybody. Love to do that with a lead. When I get the right combination of things. Always did that with Bergkamp and Harris. Did not work. Could not steal third base. Did not catch Duffy Dyer napping in that scenario, unfortunately. And with 2 outs, it is Bill North. 69, second X. This is Stapleton. He makes the play. 5-3 game into the 8th we go. It'll be Stapleton, a pinch hitter, and then possibly we go to Gossage for a 4-out save. So Dave Stapleton will lead off in the bottom of the 8th. Do the Yankees want to improve their defense? No, they can't. So, yeah. Dave Stapleton leading off the bottom of the 8th. 4-4 off Rigetti, third X, but Mr. Greg Nettles, a 1-18 third baseman. Great corner defense for the Yanks. He makes the play. Not so great up the middle, I guess. Batting for Dave Revering will be your choice of Tom Brookins and Chicken Stanley. My goodness, that's where we've come, Boston. That'll be Tom Brookins. And normally you'd consider a pitching change, but it's Tom Brookins. Why would you? You just step in and swing away. Tom Brookins is going to bat here for Revering. And here's the pitch. 39, and just like that, Brookins gets the single. And he's a B stealer, so he's got to be held on here. And you got Duffy Dyer. Well, yesterday, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this card. So yesterday, you got a 2-run lead in the 7th. Couple guys on base. This dude rolls 3-4 against the lefty to beat Tommy John. And then today, brought in because of the Fisk injury, in the last inning, you walk him with 1-6 versus righties. What are you doing, New York? What are you doing? So here, with 1 out, I think we're going Gossage for a 5-out save. I think that's where we're at in the Yankee season. That's it. Rigetti is being taken out because lo and behold, we can't have Duffy Dyer embarrassing you even more with another homer on this card. So Rich Gossage, in what seems like a Pee Wee League mismatch, you've got Rich Gossage and his 0.77 ERA of 1981, the Hall of Famer, coming in to face Duffy Dyer, who doesn't have a hit on his card, with a runner at first and 1 out in the 8th inning. And he's the catcher, so he can't pitch it for him. Here is the pitch to Duffy Dyer. 39, that's a strikeout. Shocker. And with 2 outs, though, the tying run is Carl Yastrzemski. Let's take a look at Yaz. His 79 season, he hit 21 homers with a .270 average, and always could play first and corner outfield, play the monster, that kind of thing. Always valuable, always great. Fans are on their feet here in Fenway. The tie run with 2 outs at the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. 2-7 is a fly ball to center field. So we will travel to the 9th inning. And so will Bob Stanley. And he'll face Jay Johnstone. 47 is a strikeout. Thurman Munson now will bat in the spot where Rader was. 46 flies to right. You know, Boston's getting some very good relief pitching in this series. Reggie Jackson with 2 outs. 2-6. As soon as I say that, Reggie, homer, 1-11. Double the rest. Cannot get it over the wall in right field somehow. That's a 2-base hit for Reggie. And now you got Milbourne, Spencer, and Nettles. And I think they're going to hook Stanley here. As those guys are much better against righties. They're going to go to the lefty, Larry Bradford. Very good setup guy, he turns out, for the Red Sox. He was an Atlanta Brave pitcher in 1980. A .245 ERA in 55 innings for Larry Bradford. He's being asked to get Milbourne, who's better against righties, or Spencer or Nettles after that. So Larry Bradford comes on to the 9th, with a runner at 2nd and 2 outs, to face Larry Milbourne. And here is the pitch. 2-10 is a pop to 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Gossage. He's a relief. Well, he is a relief too. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, 3 base runners, breaks the closer, brought in the 8th. And we are at Oster and the top of the Boston lineup. No changes for the Yankees. And the Red Sox have Fred Stanley on the bench, for what that's worth. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Leading off, the switching infielder, Ron Oster, signed away from the Reds. 2-11, grounds the 3rd. Now back up top to Dewey Evans. 38 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Wade Boggs. Let's take a look at the rookie. 1982, Wade Boggs at .349. He's actually playing a little bit of first base this year, and 3rd base, and designated hitter. Batting 1st and 2nd a lot of the time. Yeah, great. You know, I think Cal Ripken got Rookie of the Year in '82, but you know, Wade Boggs was right there. So was Urbic in the voting, I think. Trying to get on base so that Jim Rice can swing away as a tie run. Here is the pitch to Wade Boggs. 67 off of Gossage is a strikeout. The Goose strikes the rookie Boggs out to end the affair, getting the final 5 outs and a 2-inning save, or inning and 2/3 save. And the Yankees win a game in Fenway by a score of 5-3. We'll go right into the box here. Look at the year-to-date numbers and see if the Yankees are still alive, and Red Sox certainly aren't. Bradford got the final out in the top half of that inning. A hit, 2 hits and a K for Bob Stanley. Bill Campbell, a hit, a walk, and a K. Let this inherited runner score, though. That wasn't very nice. With 2 more hits and another K. And unfortunately, Branco has to absorb the loss there. He did give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 hits, and all 5 runs, though his bullpen let that happen. 4 were earned, a walk, a strikeout. Gossage, the 5-out save. Gave up a hit to Tom Brookins. Then he got 3 strikeouts after that. Righetti, he came in and faced Jazz. Oh, that's right. We had the Leal walked Duffy Dyer, and then we pulled the plug. So Righetti is guilty of 2 hits, a run, and a walk. So Leal's responsible for that runner in the 7th, a walk that scores. Otherwise, Leal given up 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 hits. Only 7 hits for the Red Sox. The 2 runs, 2 walks, a strikeout. We do give Leal the win, as he had the lead the whole time. 1-0-1-9, 0-1-0-9, 5-14-3-7. 2-4, 3-4, 3-4, 2-4. 5 runs, 14 hits for the Yankees. We've seen too much of this. They get their hits, and 5 runs is nice, but they have just wasted opportunities this year, and the 1-loss record reflects it. 1-0-1-9, 0-1-9, 5-14, 3-7, 2-4, 3-4. That is Game 3. No sweep of the Yankees for the Fenway faithful. So we will have a Game 4. Let's take a look at the team's stats through this part of the season. By the way, Game 4 starters, Bill Caudill for the Yankees. Interesting. Former Cubs, Seattle Mariner player. And the Red Sox will go with the Spaceman, Bill Lee. Very old Bill Lee. Was with Boston, went to the Expos for a minute, and then came back to Boston. So Bill Lee will have the task of finishing off the Yankees in Game 4. Year to date now, the Yankees are just 13-11, hitting just .250 with a 3.32 ERA. Gossage has 7 saves. It's not his fault. Home runs, Reggie has 5, as does Nettles. Leading hitter in this team, I just don't know. 26 for 91 for Jim Spencer? You hope not. That's not very good, is it? Jim Spencer hitting .286 to lead the club. Pretty blah Yankee team, gotta say. Sorry. Red Sox, disappointing year in the 1-loss column. They're hitting .266 with a 4.26 team ERA. That's not going to cut it. Eckersley is 1-5, but that one win is what the Red Sox wanted, winning Game 1 of this series against the Yankees. Boston's bullpen's actually been pretty good. Bonson, Bradford, Bill Campbell, Bob Stanley. They probably should go to it more to make up for Ojeda getting knocked around and Eckersley and Bill Lee. Home runs, we got 6 bombs for Jim Rice and 16 RBI. We got 20 RBI for Fred Lynn. Jim Rice is hitting .290. Fred Lynn's hitting about the same. Actually, Wade Boggs, of course, is leading the club in hitting. Hey, your rookie third baseman's hitting .340 with his .349 card. Right on par. Right on par for Mr. Wade Boggs. So that's it today. We'll give you the results of Game 4 and 5 if necessary. Game 4 in Fenway will be, again, Bill Caudill versus Bill Lee. And if it goes back to the Yankee Stadium for a Game 5, it'll be back to Dennis Eckersley versus Ron Guidry. That's it. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll give you the results at the end of the video. Well, baseball fans, here is the box score of the game you just saw, where the Yankees got a victory in Fenway. 5-3, Luis Leal defeats Steve Franco in this one. That was the game you just saw, so let's show you what's happened since this game. Game 4, could the Yankees indeed get another road win in Fenway and send us back to a Game 5 in Fenway Park? Here's the box for Game 4. It's Bill Caudill, pitched for the Cubs in Seattle. Always had control issues. Strikeout artist. Could strike guys out. Became a decent closer for a year, I think. Bill Lee, the spaceman, back in Boston. This one, early. Pinella singles, Munson doubles, second and third, a Jim Spencer RBI single, 1-0. In the 4th inning, Munson doubles, RBI single by Rob Andrews, utility player, 2-0. 6th inning, Dave Rader reaches on an error by Wade Boggs after a ground ball, scores on another Rob Andrews single. Some strange names contributing to the Yankees. They got a 3-0 lead, and Bill Caudill, 5 shutout innings. Actually, with 2 outs in the 6th inning, he's pulled, as he puts a lot of guys on base, and he walked 5, gave up 2 hits in 5 2/3. So they pulled him with 2 outs. And it is Carl Yastrzemski, the tie run, and they bring in Dick Tidrow. And I looked at the guy's card, and I noticed that 6-4 in the home run column, it's homer 1, fly ball the rest, and that's why I chose him over Terry Leach. Yep, Yastrzemski rolls it, 6-4, homer 1, fly ball the rest. He actually rolled a 2. This is, by the way, the result from the end of the game, by the way, a different roll. Or it didn't end the game. It was just up there from the end of the final game. But anyway, Yastrzemski flew out on a homer 1, fly ball the rest by rolling a 2. And the odd part is, in the top of this inning, single 1 at 2, and Reggie gets a single, but it's a double play. It stays that way into the 9th inning. The Red Sox have one more chance. Righetti and Gossage, they get the tie runs on board, and they get Rich Gossage to get Wade Boggs to fly out, and the Red Sox get shut out by 4 Yankee pitchers: Caudill, Tidrow, Righetti, and Gossage. 3 hits for the Red Sox in this game, but 6 walks. They lose 3-0. So the road team has won all 4 games. So what happens in Game 5 at Yankee Stadium? A repeat of Game 1. Oh boy. It's Eckersley and Ron Guidry again. Scoreless. Into the 4th inning after a couple strikeouts. Carlton Fisk gets a triple on his own card. Then Dave Stapleton knocks him in with a single, 1-0. Then in the 6th inning, after 2 outs, Dwight Evans walks. And Carlton Fisk again, the same role. 3-7 against lefty, triple chance. Gets it. Back-to-back triples by Fisk. In his 4th and 6th inning, it's 2-0 Boston. But in the bottom of the 6th, after an out, they finally get to Eckersley after 2 starts. Solo shot by Reggie, it's 2-1. Then with 2 outs, solo shot Jim Spencer, it's 2-2. Series tied at 2, games tied at 2, top of the 7th. Fred Lynn strikes out, and then it is Fred Chicken Stanley, former New York Yankee, current Boston Red Sox, gone! Maybe this is the revenge of the Bucky Dent homer in 78, I don't know. But Fred Stanley hits the home run to give the Red Sox a 3-2 lead. They get a 2-out double by Jim Rice to make it 4-2. Bottom of the 8th inning, leading off, Reggie homered in the 6th inning. Homers in the 8th inning, it's 4-3. They strand a runner. It goes to the bottom of the 9th inning. And here we go, bottom of the 9th. Stan Bonson, signed to be the Boston closer. Good luck with that. We'll see how it goes. Larry Bradford is in this game, still on the mound. He gives up a leadoff single to Bucky Dent. He's pulled for Bonson. They bring in Lou Piniella to pinch hit for Johnstone. He strikes out. Then Bill North walks. You got 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Dave Rader flies out. So with 2 outs and 2 on, the tying run at 2nd, it is Reggie. Homered in the 6th. Homer in the 8th. The pitch to Reggie. Base hit to center field off the Bonson card. Bucky Dent's trucking around 3rd base. There's going to be a play at the plate. He's a 1-12 runner. Freddie Lynn's got a -2 arm in center field, and the play is a 14 to win this game. Freddie Lynn throws Bucky Dent out at the plate, who would have been the tie run and sent this thing potentially to extra innings. That's how the series ends. Boston shatters the Yankees in a Game 5 with a Fred Stanley homer and a Freddie Lynn throwing a guy out at the plate trying to tie it. Bucky Dent, yeah. And the Red Sox get the 5th consecutive road win of this series. The road team has won all 5 games, with the Red Sox winning in Yankee Stadium 3 times, games 1, 2, and 5. So what does that mean overall now? Oh boy, folks. The overall standings, the Orioles, the Yankees did not get any ground. They lost. They're now 2.5 games back. Final best of 5 is against the Orioles, and it's a round of 5, meaning that the Yankees have to win 4 out of those 5 games to pass Baltimore in the East. And the final matchup of the season, instead of it just being a best of 5, we look at the number of games back. We allow the team to get the chance of covering. We're going to see that here. Here as well, but in this case, if it stays that way, winning 4 out of 5 won't quite do it. Here as well, 4 out of 5 will work. Won't work here. You have to win all 5. They don't play each other either, so it's kind of a moot point. And here, Pirates Reds, that's winnable. This is not coverable. But anyway, the Yankees have a slim window, as they indeed do play the Orioles in a up to 5 games to determine the American League East. That's it today. Break up the Boston Red Sox for ruining, at this point, the Yankee season, with more to potentially to come when Baltimore faces them. That's it. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you next time.